Alright, I know I'm a little bit late on this one. Hello everyone, my name is Blue Rain. This is completely unscripted, but about a year ago, and maybe a few months as well, I released a video going through my entire CD collection. And I decided that I want to start updating that annually. So I had to wait till I got some other things because I wanted to, surprise you all. But this is going to be my entire CD collection as of October 11th, 2023. So strap in, this is going to be an annual thing from now on. Of course, if you want 10 CD updates, or no, 10 CD acquisition updates, you can go over to the Blue Rain Shorts channel. Every 10 CDs, I will upload a little update video going through all of them. And every year, I'll do one of these. So let's just get in with the collection. I'm tired of waiting already. AFI, Sing the Sorrow, and December Underground. Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill. Andrew McMahon in the Wilderness, self-titled album. Technically four albums from Angels and Airwaves. I have their debut album, We Don't Need to Whisper, I Empire, and of course, Love Parts 1 and 2. I got four Arctic Monkeys albums, starting with their debut, Whatever People Say I Am, That's What I'm Not. Then we have Favorite Worst Nightmare. Then we have AM, which is a recent purchase, and also the underrated Tranquility Base Hotel and Casino. Almost forgot that one. Avril Lavigne's debut album, Let Go. I have Christmas with the Beach Boys. I have two Beatles albums and a compilation of theirs. I have the new 2022 stereo mixes of Revolver, also the deluxe edition, but, I also have the White Album, which I found at a thrift store. I don't know who did that. And also, a kind of messed up copy of one. I plan to get it replaced, but I might as well pick it up, Black Gryphon and Basics, Awesome Immortal. Black Sabbath, Paranoid, and their Greatest Hits album. I have 5 albums from Blink-182. I have their third album from 1999, Enema of the State. Then I have Take Off Your Pants and Jacket. I have the Untitled record. I also have the deluxe version of Neighborhoods because the deluxe version is the one that you want. And Assigned California. I have Boston's self-titled album. I also have Boxcar Racers' self-titled album. From brand new, I have 3 albums. I have Your Favorite Weapon, I have Deja Entendu, and of course, The Devil and God Are Raging Inside Me. I have every single studio album by Bring Me the Horizon. I have their debut EP, This Is What the Edge of Your Seat Was Made For. I also have their debut album, Count Your Blessings. And then I also have Suicide Season. I also have There Is a Hell, Believe Me, I've Seen It. There Is a Heaven, Let's Keep It a Secret. What a mouthful. I have my second favorite album of all time, Sempiternal. I have... what is this called? That's the Spirit. I'm a fake fan. I have Amo, and I have Posthuman Survival Horror. Bruno Mars, Unorthodox Jukebox. Plenty of stuff from Coldplay. I have their debut album, Parachutes. I have A Rush of Blood to the Head. I have my personal favorite, X and Y. I also have Viva La Vida and Death and All His Friends. I also have the Prospects March EP, which I was really excited to get. I also have Milo Xyloto, the first Coldplay album I fell in love with, and Ghost Stories, in this cool little slide-out case. This is Dashboard Confessional, a mark, a mission, a brand, a scar. A day to remember what separates me from you. Escape the Fates' debut album, Dying Is Your Latest Fashion, also the only album they did with Ronnie Radke. From my favorite band, Fall Out Boy, I have my favorite album of all time, Take This to Your Grave, which I've, been saying that's my favorite album for a long time now. I also have the My Heart Will Always Be the B-side to My Tongue EP, which I kind of just bought on a whim, and I'm really glad I did. From Under the Cork Tree, of course, Infinity on High, Fully Adieu, and even Save Rock and Roll, which really I grew to appreciate once again. Fiona Apple, Tidal, and Win the Pawn. One of my favorite albums of all time, Rumors by Fleetwood Mac. From Foo Fighters, I have The Color and the Shape, my personal favorite, Wasting Light, and But Here We Are. My favorite Forest Rain album, The End of the World. The Fray, How to Save a Life. I have just a ton of stuff from Green Day. I have Dookie, I have Nimrod, I have Warning, I have their first Greatest Hits album, International Super Hits. I also have their compilation Shenanigans, and of course, American Idiot. The Hotelier, with their heartbreaking Home Like No Place Is There. Led Zeppelin 4, this was a big list item for a long time, and I'm glad I finally have it. Got 2 Linkin Park albums, got their debut album Hybrid Theory, and of course my personal favorite, Meteora. Interestingly enough, I have the debut album by Maroon 5. This is Songs About Jane. This is Modern Baseball's You're Gonna Miss It All. From one of my favorite bands, Muse, I have 6 of their albums. I have my personal favorite, Origin of Symmetry. I have Absolution, Black Holes and Revelations, the first Muse album I absolutely fell in love with. The Resistance, which really grew on me. And then I have The Second Law, which was a little bit of a list item, and Drones. Metallica's S&M 2. I would say the 2 big My Chemical Romance albums. I have 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge and of course The Black Parade. I have Life's Not Out to Get You by Neck Deep. Nirvana's Nevermind, one of my favorite albums of all time. I also have In Utero, and I also have Unplugged in New York. Olivia Rodrigo's 2 amazing, perfect certified albums. I have Sour and Guts, both of these fantastic, and both of these are the Target exclusive edition. The first emo rock band I fell in love with, Panic at the Disco. I have A Fever You Can't Sweat Out. I have Pretty Odd. I have the underrated Vices and Virtues. And of course, I have Too Weird to Live, Too Rare to Die. I have every single Paramore studio album, which still baffles me to this day, but I have All We Know Is Falling. I have my personal favorite, Riot. I have Brand New Eyes. I have the self-titled album. I have After Laughter. And I have the new one, This Is Why. A grunge classic, 10 by Pearl Jam. Philip Phillips, The World from the Side of the Moon. One of my favorite 70s bands, one of my favorite bands of all time, Pink Floyd. I have 5 of their albums. I have Metal. I have my personal favorite, I know that's a little bit of a, of a cold take, but Dark Side of the Moon. I have Wish You Were Here. I have, again, a little bit of a messed up copy of Animals, but I do plan to get it replaced. And then, of course, I have The Wall. From British metal brony musician Prince Whatever, I have 2 excellent albums. I have, of course, the excellent Reimagined, the final edition, and the first edition of Redefine. They're also both signed. I don't know how well you can see that. Queen's Greatest Hits from 1992. Queens of the Stone Age, Rated R. From a band that took me forever to get into, Radiohead, I have The Bends. I have my personal favorite, OK Computer, which is a copy that I'm going to replace actually because it is faulty on track 11. I have Kid A, I have In Rainbows, and I have A Moon-Shaped Pool, and I plan to get more. Hey Ho Let's Go, Greatest Hits by the Ramones. 2 Red Hot Chili Peppers albums, I have Blood Sugar Sex Magik and Stadium Arcadium. The massively underrated Don't You Fake It by the Red Jumpsuit Apparatus. This album has been my whole life recently, and I'm so glad I have it. This is Wires and the Concept of Breathing by A Skylit Drive. I have 2 albums from the Smashing Pumpkins. I have Siamese Dream and Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness. Something Corporate's debut EP, Audio Boxer. I still have this one. This is Eternal Blue by Spiritbox. I have Page Avenue by Story of the Year. The Strokes with Is This It? I have 3 System of a Down albums, fucking finally. I have their self-titled album. I have Toxicity, a big list item for a long time. And I have Mesmerize. This one was on repeat for most of 2022. This is a Glow On by Turnstile. I finally said fuck it and bought a 21 Pilots album. This is Vessel. I want to take this time to flex my special edition of They're Only Chasing Safety by Under Oath, one of my favorite albums of all time. Modern Vampires of the City by Vampire Weekend. Weezer with the Blue Album. We the King's self-titled 2007 album. I got a bit of White Stripes going on. I have 2001's White Blood Cells and I have their Greatest Hits album from I think 2020. Extremely glad I finally have these, some of my favorite brony albums of all time. I have The Dreamer's Door and Lost and Found by Forever Free Brony. And finally, to round off this collection video, I have the self-titled album by the 1975, which is actually the deluxe edition, which I was extremely excited to find at the thrift store. And that's it. That's my entire collection as of October 11th, 2023. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll hopefully see you either August or October of next year for a brand new full collection video. It's gonna be a blast, but thank you guys for sticking through this one. Let me know which bits of my collection would you like to steal and have as your own collection. All right, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and please don't subscribe.